And now we get to Monday Night Raw, which happened yesterday. Monday Night Raw was in New Mexico, actually, which was actually
Yeah.
interesting. And Becky Lynch made a reference, which actually made me laugh. But we'll probably get to that later. So we started off with CM Punk's pretty much his championship celebration with the crowd. Um, Pretty much happy to be world
Oh,
champion again. But you go.
that gave me so much deja vu of his first entrance in AEW. I really
Yeah,
thought he was going to jump in the crowd.
I think I know why we would say that. But yeah, I did have that to an extent. But I think, look, him as world champion, I don't mind. I did make the argument that they should have just given it to Braun Breaker. But I think CM Punk right now with the world title just makes sense as someone
It's
who
it's a safe bet, ain't
is,
it?
yeah, it's a safe bet. It's a much better safe bet than what we've seen with other options. Like Jey Uso, if he had the belt back, it would have been like, if you're gonna give Jey Uso the world title again, it needs to be when you're doing something like turning him heel or whatnot. But CM Punk
Yeah.
just makes the most sense right now as like a safe bet, especially with Seth Rollins gone. Um, Praised
Yep.
the crowd, mocked Seth Rollins by doing his spinning thing with the belt. Pretty much called out a bunch of wrestlers and pretty much saying that he wants to be a champion that defends the title until a certain celebrity made his return.
Oh.
Logan Paul made his return. Even CM Punk was creasing. He was like, "Why did I? No, I regret everything." Even during his entrance, he was like, "I regret everything. I don't mean anything I said. I don't want you to. No, please, you go back. Don't pick up the mic. Go back, please." Logan Paul came out. He was about. He even said, "Go to SmackDown and challenge Ilya Dragunov. Please don't do that. I mean, the match will be good, but please don't do that as well." Just, okay, why do they love giving this guy opportunities around the world title? I don't get like,
What has he done to deserve it? Like, I remember back in the day, like when you actually won matches to get
yeah,
a title shot, and Logan Paul just comes in after he's lost to Cena, he lost to Jey Uso.
yeah.
He's lost his last two singles matches, but
Lost to
now he's the
Cody,
number one
lost to
contender.
Roman Reigns, world title matches. It's like he gets involved in the world title picture every single year. Look, Logan
Yeah,
Paul is a good wrestler. He's good at being a heel and actually getting people to hate him with the reactions.
yep,
But the guy loses. His last match was against Cena and he lost. And now he's going
yeah.
after the world title again.
It,
When,
it, it, it's a it's a mess that whole structure of you can lose two or three matches. I remember when
yeah,
AEW had the ranking system and people were offended by it. I was like, no, this is a good way to.
yeah,
They deserve the title match.
yeah, and then they rubbish that system as well. And now we've never seen that system again. But yeah, Logan just said like, oh, he just pretty much said his resume. He's beating AJ Styles this year. He said he's been in the ring with Roman Reigns and John Cena. But then Paul Heyman came up and interrupted him and pretty much referenced, and then not Braun, yeah, he pretty much mentioned Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker said that we gave you guys literally 2 weeks to sort out this issue, and now we want what is ours.
Mm.
And then Logan said something of the lines, "If you snooze, you lose," and this other. Look, Logan's a good like in terms of getting heat. It's just sometimes the things he says is like, what? I get you're a heel, and
His
you just
promos are so bad. His promos are so bad. It's literally what I'd say to my little cousin or something. Oh, if you
that's the
snooze, you
yeah,
lose.
yeah.
Like, you're going for a world title and you're going up against Punk, who's the best on the mic. Have a bit more something. Plans. Like, don't just come out here like a Cartoon Network character.
But yeah, and then Punk pretty much cut that off and pretty much said, "You're either gonna be with me or you're gonna be against me." Went against the two Brawns. Logan Paul dipped, but before he was about to Braun Breaker pushed him. They went into the ring, beat up Punk. Logan was like, "I need to get my get back." Got his get back, but he got his ass whooped, and then CM Punk was able to lay out both of them with tables, and they ran back. This opening package wasn't bad. It wasn't. It didn't really. It didn't really kind of felt that long. At first, I was thinking, my God, are we doing CM Punk Logan Paul at Survivor Series for the world title? Please no. Why? Why? But I feel like at the time, before we, of course, we saw the big moment at the end of Monday Night Raw. this was kind of a thing to kind of lean people to think, is Logan Paul turning face? What is this gonna mean? And Logan Paul is a baby face. Like they weren't even cheering for him
I
for long.
didn't.
So
I, I, I didn't know what I wanted least, a babyface turn or him fighting for the world title again. I was like, what one do I not want?
yeah,
Like, another thing I noticed when CM Punk was listing the wrestlers he wanted to defend against,
yeah,
there was no mention of LA Knight.
yeah. That's been a talking point ever since. Maybe that's. I'm not gonna lie. That's just probably how CM Punk feels. He just doesn't want to wrestle LA Knight right now. Maybe I don't think they have a
And
beef.
there's no LA Knight on the show at
Yeah,
all
he
today.
wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't on the show as well. I don't know if that's. This could be reading into it too much. Um, I understand the cry for an LA Knight like to get the world title, or he should have been in the match with Saturday Night Main Event. If LA Knight was going to win the world title, he would have been a transitional champion. Like he
Yeah,
would have held the belt for a few months and then lost to let's say a Braun Breaker if they were going to give that to him. Um, but what you can not deny is that he's been able to maintain himself as a an overact since he got over very, very well. Maybe it's not to the level of, like, say, a Jey Uso, but I think what LA Knight does is slightly a little bit more interesting as a babyface and on the mic, and even a bit as a wrestler than Jey Uso to an extent. But I'm
yeah.
cool with them keeping the belt on CM Punk. I would have, but we'll see how they do with this whole thing as we get to the rest of the show. Then we had a tag match, which was Stephanie Vecher and Nikki Bella versus the Judgment Day, Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. This was a match, of course, to kind of push towards next week's match, which will have Stephanie Vecher defend the women's championship against Raquel Rodriguez, and it was the heel team that got the victory. And what I thought was a pretty good match, but I think the story of it was that Nikki Bella, someone's goat, if for the people in the chat, you'll probably know, um, that she's been taking a lot of losses. And I think I'm fine with that because the position that she is in the company, she's pretty much OG status, and it's fine for her to kind of take
Yeah.
the losses, or someone, let's say, a Roxanne Perez, or someone who's coming up the ranks, kind of takes these pinfalls. So yeah, I thought the match was pretty decent. I thought everyone involved was cool. But yeah, this is just kind of a setup to kind of push towards the title match that we're going to get next week. But what do you thought of the match?
Match was good. Just as a bog standard Raw tag team match.
Yeah,
Um, Raquel Rodriguez in the last year is someone that has improved massively for
she
me.
has. Yeah.
Like, she has fully become that Diesel character, like the female Diesel that I think me and you have said before that she
Mhm.
could be. And she deserves a title match. She deserves that spotlight of,
Yeah.
oh, I've worked hard this year.
Mhm.
She's carried not carried two tag teams. She had two tag team partners
Yeah.
and worked well with both. So she deserves it.
Mhm.
Nikki Bella is obviously turning heel at some point soon on Vicaire.
I'm getting that feeling anytime she's in the ring with her and
And
promos as well.
I wouldn't mind it. Like
Same.
Belair's not Belair. Bella's better as a heel. She works more as a better as a heel.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's coming. But yeah, good tag team match.
Yeah. Good match. Are you ready for that Nikki Bella line when she tells Stephanie Vecher, "I wish you died in the womb"? Oh, believe.
Oh, forgot about that one.
Oh, I'd never forget about that one. My God. Oh my God. But yeah, I'm happy for yeah, I'm happy to see where Perez is going and also Raquel Rodriguez. I think the match will be good. I think Rodriguez always had the potential. I think her and Rhea Ripley always had really good chemistry, even in NXT,
Yeah,
Monday Night Raw. So it's good to see that they're putting her in that direction to potentially get a title show, which she'll be getting next week. They did a video package to kind of once again reinform the 16-man tournament that will take place throughout this week, head this whole month, and then next month to determine who will face John Cena at Saturday Night Main Event. Adam Pearce was there just to kind of do the draw like we've seen in the old days. Remember in the Royal Rumble where people will come out and they'll get their numbers. I think there was one time
yeah.
I think it was like Eddie Guerrero and Ric Flair, and I think
Ric Flair.
he
Yeah,
swapped the number. I remember that one. It was funny. But yeah, just they were doing that just the plastic balls to see who would get drawn. CM Punk was in the promo with Jey Uso. Jey Uso approached him. Jay talked about what happened to Punk out there and said that he wanted to help. And Punk wanted to know, which Jey Uso am I getting? Am I getting the conflicted Jey Uso? Am I getting some other Jey Uso? And he's like, you're getting main event Jey Uso, and I'm here to help the vision problem, which,
But he said, "Am I getting Roman Reigns' cousin?"
but, and you want me to take him seriously? This is the issue. Like, as over as Jey Uso is, I can't, like, next to Roman, I just can't take him seriously. That's kind of some of my issues with Jey Uso. Like, sure, he's gotten over. He's in a position where, let's say, he's drawing all these other things and tickets and shirts and all these other things, merchandise. It's just I just can't take, not for this promo exactly, but for other circumstances. Man said Roman Reigns dipped and said, "I don't want to see you, man, until Christmas." Like, these are the things. These are the things where I'm like,
Well, tough because he's seeing Jey Uso at War Games, so tough.
that too as well, because that's definitely gonna happen. But like, that's kind of the thing. And then this, of course, this was to lay up a tag team match, holla holla, and all this other stuff that we'll get for the main event. But yeah, then we had El Grande Americano, aka Ludwig Kaiser, versus Penta in a match, which was actually not bad. It was a pretty decent match. This was kind of to give Penta his momentum back
Yeah.
after losing the triple threat match. And El Grande's not really pushed. He's just here to just do a job, to kind of be the guy that's going to be around. He'll be on the Monday Night Raws. He might be on the SmackDowns. He'll be on the AAA shows. And yeah, the match was decent. I wait. I'm just wait. The reason why I'm pausing is because I'm just realizing something. Are those two guys that are with El Grande Americano? I might be wrong. Please don't tell me that's Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate.
You are not wrong. You are not wrong. And it's just this is the thing. I don't mind El Grande Americano as a
I don't
character.
mind as
Like
well.
it's fun. It's
Yeah, I don't mind.
quirky, but let's not overdo it. Let's not give him circus acts. Let's not give him
Yeah,
Dalton Castle boys. Like let's just give us back our Pete Dunne and our Tyler Bate. Can we have them back, please? Because the Raw division needs them.
especially the tag division. Because I'm just
Yeah,
clocking it now because I have the notes and I have the two people that were there. And for some reason, I just didn't clock who they were as the match was going on. And then I just see their names and I'm like, wait, that guy was kind of small and had the strap stuck, and he
yep,
looked kind of like Tyler Bate. Damn. I mean, again, like, listen, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, I think what they've done in WWE in terms of like the times of the UK NXT, they've done their thing. I just kind of wish they could do a little bit more because when Tyler Bate came back, he came back in that tag match and we didn't see him again.
yep.
Um, but hey,
Which they lost.
yeah, that as well. And it looks like they're doing something with the tag team division with AJ Styles and Dragon Lee as the tag team champions, which is cool. But man, that just shocked me. I'm trying to take it in. I'm still trying to take it in. Raw. But anyway, yeah, Penta got the victory. Yeah, wow. Okay, wow. Didn't really expect that. And we had a cool promo with the Kabuki Warriors of Asuka and Kairi Sane speaking in Japanese in translation. Them wanting to, they were pretty much bragging about beating up Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss after last week. Um, Asuka also saying that she has not forgotten about Bayley and they wanted to showcase that they are the best team in WWE. Look, Asuka's amazing. Kairi Sane I think is very underrated, especially in the
Yeah,
WWE work. Um, yeah, Asuka's awesome. She's just amazing. I don't mind what they're doing here, and I think it's kind of giving life to the women's tag team division to an extent. I think just the next
yeah,
step is putting them on like your major shows. But I like this
yeah.
promo. I thought it did a pretty good job, and I think the next promo I actually enjoyed a lot. Dominic Mysterio, he came out with both
Ah,
belts. This throws everything out of what I think was going to happen. So Dominic came out pretty much saying he was the greatest Intercontinental Champion, the greatest AAA Mega Champion of all time. He was even saying he was the greatest
he
Luchador
told
of
no
all time.
lies.
I
He
just
told no lies.
There's some luchadors in the different companies and in other places that would argue, but with what the momentum he has, I hear it, you know. And then we get Rey Mysterio making his entrance, and then Wade Barrett quickly told us that he has been medically cleared because he's not been able to compete since WrestleMania 41. Some people think he had a genuine injury. Some people thought he was partying at the WrestleMania show and faked the injury, allegedly. That's a funny joke for people who know who know. But yeah, he came out and the crowd was chanting, and there was one line which was funny. Like Rey Mysterio said, all the luchadors, and then he mentioned Eddie Guerrero, and Dominic said, "Keep my father's name out of your mouth." That made me laugh. I can't lie. This is why I love Dom. He's funny.
Line of the year.
That's one of the
Line
best
of the
lines this
year.
year. That was funny. That was very funny. Um, Ray, of course, saying he doesn't care about it and all those other things, and said, "While I am still here, I am one of the best luchadors, and you have to beat me for it." And then Dom tried to go for a punch. Ray fought back with punches. Dom kicked his dad in the ribs, but then Ray hit a head scissors to send Dom to the ropes. Hit a 619. Ray was going to go on top for the splash, but then Dom bailed with the floor with his titles. I like this segment. Um, are we going to get Dom Rey Mysterio potential on a Monday Night Raw Survivor Series? Who knows? But I thought it was cool. But what do you think?
I think it's going to be Survivor Series. It's Rey Mysterio's hometown, I believe.
San Diego.
Yeah. So I feel like the IC title on the line, we will get one more Dominic versus Ray. And listen, I love Ray. Like I love that Ray's back.
Yeah,
He's to me the most underrated wrestler of all time, Rey Mysterio.
yeah, yeah. And I don't mind going back to
But
this. I don't mind
no,
going.
I don't either. But Dominic's more over than Ray.
Yeah,
It's just sadly true. Or not sadly true. It's just true. Like no matter how much of a legend Ray is, Dominic's more over.
but I think that's also a
You
good. It's also a good testament to what they've done with Dom this year, and to kind of put
yeah
him that since the break, since the turning of Dom turning heel, I think he's just done everything perfect. And since winning the championship, since doing the small things in the Judgment Day, it's all led to where it is right now. And
yeah
like I said, Dominic is arguably the breakout wrestlers this year for WWE, especially with the IC title, the AAA
yeah
Mega title he holds right now, and I think this as well. So it'll be interesting to see if this is the go forward for Survivor Series. I was thinking he was going to feud with a different person, but maybe you have different plans. But yeah, I'll definitely look forward to this. The crowd will definitely be for both guys, but I think they're going to lean more to Dom because Dom has the momentum
they
right now.
will
Ray's an OG, he's a
they will
legend in the game, but you can feel it in the crowd when they chant. They'll clearly chant for things. Even in the promo, they were chanting for things like Ray kick his ass and all these other things, and to go against Dom. It shows that they're connected
yeah
to this story, even though this was a feud that
yeah
started at WrestleMania 39. But it shows how people are still invested here. So yeah, I like this. I like this promo. This was probably one of the segments I enjoyed, probably the most.
yeah
And then we had a promo with Bailey and us and Lyra Valkyria. And then we had Becky Lynch pulling the Seth Rollins NXT standing takeover thing, where I actually did enjoy what she did in this promo. One of the things that was kind of a cool shout because the people in New Mexico were booing her, where she said like New Mexico is the only the only cool thing in New Mexico is a show that speaks about how much meth you guys do, which is an applause to Breaking Bad, which I marked out for, and that was cool because that's a great show.
ah, they got the perfect shot of Wade Barrett in the back laughing at that.
Yes,
I don't know if you see it,
yeah,
but
I saw it.
he had to take his mic off because he started laughing.
Yeah, she did a great job. This was a very cool, quick promo, but it's just to kind of show the frustrations that she's currently in. Seth Rollins is
Yeah,
injured. The Vision are just doing their thing. She's losing to Maxine Dupree. But what I do appreciate with this promo is how much she's doing so much to kind of put Maxine Dupree over in this short promo that she's doing. Um,
yeah,
and yeah, I think this was just a really cool, quick promo to kind of put over what will be the potential match between her and Maxine Dupree, probably on a Monday Night Raw. Because I think from what we saw after, I'm thinking these are going to be the heels that'll be involved in War Games.
yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Because after when Becky Lynch left, we got Asuka and Kairi Sane making their entrance. They did a bit of stare off, but people are thinking, "Oh, I would love this match." No, you're getting them as a team in War Games. That's what's happening.
Yeah,
So yeah.
yeah,
And then we had we had the tag match Bailey and Lyra Valkyria versus the Kabuki Warriors. I thought this match was good. It was a good tag match between all four women involved. Um, like I said, Asuka and Kairi's great. Is great as well as Bailey. And I think they all worked pretty well with each other. And I thought all the women involved just did a really good job. It was definitely a better tag match compared to the one we had earlier on. But what do you think of the match?
yeah. It was good. Just once again, a solid Raw tag team match. There was nothing too over the top. I
Yeah,
feel like you knew what you were getting. I want to make an early prediction for War Games. Do you remember the spot with Dakota Kai when she turned heel?
yeah,
When she come out the cage and
yeah.
went back into attack?
Yeah.
Who was her partner? Was it
Tegan Knox.
Tegan Knox?
Yeah,
That is going to be the Bailey and Lyra Valkyria spot this year.
yeah, I can see it.
That's when Bailey finally snaps on
Snaps. Yeah,
Valkyria.
yeah, I can see it.
But the match was great. Asuka's
Asuka's great.
really been pushed
Yeah,
as a monster heel again, which is
yeah,
her. She should have always been.
yeah. I agree.
And yeah, like just a solid match. There's not really much to go off. We will get a tag team championship match now with
Charlotte and Alexa
Flair,
Bliss.
Bliss, and Kabuki Warriors. Probably not on a pay per view, but I'm guessing Charlotte and Bliss might be in a War Games match as well.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, yeah, just good match. And then after we had Charlotte and Alexa Bliss run to the ring, but then Asuka and Kairi Sane ran away to avoid the confrontation, just to pretty much book the match, which I think we are getting next week. I think they did confirm that, but we'll get to that. And then we have the Judgment Day. They were in the locker room with Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. They did inform Finn Balor and JD McDonough that Raquel will get the world title match. Then Dominic came in complaining about Rey Mysterio, asking where Finn Balor is, and then Finn Balor was saying, we need to focus on a tag team title match. You're the reason why we are not tag team champions. And they went out to focus on their match. I don't know if they did this on purpose, but there was moments when, for example, Roxanne Perez was speaking to Dominic Mysterio, and there's a picture of Liv Morgan there. I don't know if they did that on purpose.
Oh,
I
I
don't
didn't
know if
notice
they
that.
because we will whenever Liv will return, we'll have that, and that will be, of course, the big thing that's going to be going towards, let's say, 2026, when possibly Liv Morgan will come back. I don't think they were alluding to that too much. That's maybe just me thinking about it a bit too much. But yeah, this was just to continue off the friction that you're going to see between Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio, which I think is it'll be interesting to see when this will conclude. Potentially the next when we get to WrestleMania or maybe some other time, because when Liv Morgan does return, I feel like Liv is going to get that babyface reaction when she comes
Yeah,
back. And that's
yeah.
where it's going to become a friction between her, Roxanne Perez, and then it's going to become
Finn
a friction
Balor
between
and Dominic.
and JD McDonough,
Yeah,
and also Rodriguez, who she was pretty much friends with in these moments as well. So that's something interesting they could do with the Judgment Day down the line as well.
and hopefully that's the last of the Judgment Day because I am getting pretty sick and tired of them now as a group. I feel like they've run their
Mhm.
course as a group now.
I mean,
And two things, sorry, two things on their segments. One is I'm always looking to see who they are on the PS5 because I don't know
yeah,
if they're little subtle hints to book
yeah,
in.
yeah.
That and God, I miss Carlito in these segments so much.
I was about to talk about Khalil. They've just literally
Yeah,
they have like not ignore. I mean, you can't because this is the type of thing that you'll do when you just have to let someone go. But
yeah,
Carlito just had those funny moments in those segments, but they let him go. They that's just WWE for you in this place where they'll let you go if you're just not moving off the paycheck for them. But then we
yeah,
had the World Tag Team Championship match, which I thought was the best match on the show, my personal opinion. It was
yeah.
very quick, but I think it was possibly the best match. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee defending the World Tag Team Championships against Finn Balor and JD McDonough. This was a really good match for as short as it was. They just picked up a pace, and everything about the pace was just very, very good. You had involvements with Sheamus because of what happened last week with JD McDonough. Um, but it just allowed for the match to just flow well, even with the shenanigans. You had Dominic involved, you had so much elements, and of course AJ Styles getting the victory with the Styles Clash. Dragon Lee is just, and I'm happy Dragon Lee's getting this position where he can wrestle and showcase how good he is because he is that good.
Yeah,
Sure, he's someone who is maybe not the strongest on the mic, but I think as a wrestler and as one of the luchadors that WWE have like a plethora of now with Penta, we have Ray Phoenix, you have Dragon Lee, you have Triple A as well. It's just good to see him
yep.
here and also to see AJ Styles in this position as well. So yeah, this was a really good match and in my opinion probably the best match on the show. But what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. It was the best match on the show. AJ's been cooking since he said he's retiring.
Yes. Yes.
He's been back to his best.
You-
Dragon Lee, just want to say rest in peace to the Latino World Order because that is
Yeah,
finished.
it is. Yeah, it's finished. I don't know
That
what
is finished. But
that's cool.
we knew what Dragon Lee was capable of.
Yeah.
Me and you have had like debates with people in the past that Dragon Lee has the potential. Just put him on the show
And
and
yeah.
let him do his magic.
Yeah.
It was good. It was really good. JD McDonough is also another person that deserves a massive shout out this year.
CM Punk even mentioned him early on the show.
Yeah, is that he has been ever since the Rusev match. I feel he has been in ring killing it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just it was fun. It was fun. Sheamus get involved. It was continue the free man versus the free man, so there's no unfair disadvantage.
Yeah.
Also bring Sheamus a lot closer to the IC title again, maybe.
Yeah.
So yeah, best match on the show by a mile.
Definitely. Yeah. And then we had Stephanie Becker walking backstage. She was talking to Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella she's pretty much feeling sorry for always causing the losses, but Becker told her not to worry. Nikki was pretty much kind of like thinking, oh, I can't hang with these women. I'm losing all the time and all this other stuff. But Becker told her just to believe in herself a bit more, like that you paved the way for a lot of the people in the division. Question mark. I'm joking. They hugged, and then Nikki. It was just a way just to reinsure Nikki, because she's been on a losing streak, and when you have those type of losing streaks, and you see someone like Stephanie Becker, who's currently the champion, it's just a way to kind of Stephanie as a good friend to kind of help her in response. Do I see Nikki turning on her? I see it. I kind of see the vision, and I was even looking in some when they were like outside. What I've realized is that WWE have these small things where there's people behind the scenes, just like his teasers. Though I don't know if it was for this segment, but there was someone that was going up and down, like showing their head and up and down. I don't know, because sometimes they do that where they
Okay,
in
I
certain
didn't
like
notice
in
that.
certain promos when they're outside, there's like a wrestler in the far distance, maybe watching them or just there, and maybe it's a nod to say the next program or the next thing that's going to happen. I was just kind of watching
Was
him
it
out.
Brie Bella?
Please not. Listen. What she did last year at All In at London, probably one of the one of the best. She's not even contracted. That was one of the best things she's done. Just her involvement with the kids, as Sir Strickland is smashing Bryan Danielson's head right in front of the kids. No selling. That's the best thing she's done. No, please, it's fine, please. It's pretty. It's fine. But yeah, the next thing is we got the WrestleMania 42 commercial with Roman Reigns speaking. It seems like they're doing these different things where different wrestlers are going to speak. Maybe we got Roman Reigns this time. We're going to get CM Punk. We're going to get Cody Rhodes. We're going to get Brock Lesnar. Hopefully Brock Lesnar doesn't mention anything about certain other things, but just the wrestling. But
Yeah.
the commercial's fine. I mean, a lot of people thought that this was to like build up a faction or whatnot, but this was just to promote to promote the very, very expensive 2-day combo tickets for this.
If that was a faction, what is the point of wrestling? Because they will not lose ever.
Oh, no one's losing.
What would be the point?
No one's losing.
I've also seen someone say it's going to be a fatal four way.
No,
Listen,
no. With how
no, I
everything
don't want
is,
as much star power is. Leave CM Punk and Brock Lesnar feud. Leave Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar feud.
I agree.
Leave Cody and Brock Lesnar feud.
Yes. Please no way. And then we had Jey Uso was in the backstage, and then Paul Heyman approached him, and Paul Heyman was just being the slimy guy as he is, saying that you're always my favorite member of the Bloodline. because you were always a person that everyone would just keep guessing about. But he was kind of saying that someone isn't conforming in the vision, but it's also about Jey Uso has a vision of his own, and that's what he liked about. So this is just a kind of a cool promo to kind of put things into the head of Jey Uso, but that was kind of cool. Then we had Adam Pearce draw out the names out of random. So we had the first two opponents, which will happen on Monday Night Raw, which will be Rusev and Damian Priest. Rusev because they have history with John Cena going back to WrestleMania 31. Damian Priest because he wants to Wepa time. That catchphrase stinks. That stinks. Who allowed this guy to? No, that stinks.
The Wapper
And
time is now.
allowed this guy to give him this catchphrase. And we have Nakamura and Sheamus, which I think will be a fun match. Nakamura has some previous history, but Sheamus has the most. I think Rusev's beating Damian Priest. I think Aleister Black is going to come out with a Fireball and Selena, and then that's how we lose. And I see Sheamus beating Nakamura because Nakamura's just around. We also have John Cena, who will be going to Boston for the final time. And then we will have the World Tag Team Championships with Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss versus the Kabuki Warriors, and Stephanie Becker versus Raquel Rodriguez for the Women's Championship. So it is a very strong lineup for next week. So looking forward to see what they do with that show, especially. And during the entrances, we got Jey Uso doing his entrance. It's funny, they cut that entrance. They didn't want to go back.
They cut so many entrances tonight as well, actually.
Yeah, maybe because I wasn't watching.
The...
Yeah, maybe because I wasn't watching it live, but they were just cutting those entrances. Punk came out, The Vision, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed came out, and this was just the kind of typical double count out. We don't want any of these guys to lose right now. Jay, you lost. Yeah. We don't want to give you another loss. We don't want Bronson and Braun to lose. We don't want Punk to lose. So it's just a double count out. So just to kind of go over the final sequences of the show. So after the match, Jay sent Braun to the steel steps. Punk and Jay attacked Reed on the floor. They set him up on the commentary table, but Jay was celebrating like an idiot for some reason. Braun then hit Jay with a spear on the floor. Reed then hit Punk with a forearm to the back, and there was nobody trying to break it up. Reed then held Jay in the ring, and then Braun hit his spear. And then Reed went on top to hit a tsunami on Jay, which completely wiped him out. Punk went back with a steel chair, so the Vision left, but then Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed got their chairs on their own. And then Logan Paul out of nowhere came into the ring to stand beside CM Punk. And I'm like, Logan, I know who you are. You're not helping anyone. We know who you are. And
we know who you are.
We know what man you are. So Paul took the brass knuckles out of his pocket, but in a not kind of shock surprise, punches CM Punk with the brass knuckles, knocks him out. The fans boo it. Paul takes the brass knuckles from Paul Heyman. The crowd are chanting "F you, Logan." The swear words were muted. I don't remember if they were muted, but they were. Then he hands it over to
no, they were muted. Yeah,
they were muted. And then Heyman, he handles the brass knuckles to Heyman. Heyman was happy with Paul, and that was the end of the show. We ended with Logan Paul kind of joining the Vision for a short-term contract, a loan deal. It will expire after War Games, and then we'll see him in the Rumble. So, kind of setting up the things. I think what I see is Cody. Maybe they get Cena involved. Jay
Punk I think they will.
Versus Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, Logan Paul, and a certain person that I'm hearing they're trying to push to kind of get back involved in the main event. A certain theory. If that still happens.
So I read apparently Logan Paul has now took Theory's position.
I feel bad for
the match.
Also, Theory, I feel sorry for you. If that's the case, like I said, this is rumored. We don't know if this is true. We don't know if this is speculation. But if this is true, man, I feel bad for you because you have no tag team, and your tag team partner's chilling with the New Day as well. So that stinks.
I think it'll be Cody, Jay, Punk, Roman, and Cena versus Breaker, Reed, Logan Paul, McIntyre, and potentially Lesnar.
And that's how they kind of can. Okay,
Because you know the
possibly.
meeting that when Paul said like Brock, we need to talk. It weren't just a little like
Yeah,
intro thing.
yeah.
With Logan Paul here, I have something controversial, and I remember I explained to you in the first video we done.
Mhm.
Logan Paul fixed the vision perfectly because I feel the vision should be young wrestlers that are trying to get the future of the business. And
Mhm.
Logan Paul's under the age of 30. He's going to be around for the next 10, 20 years.
Yeah.
That's what I feel the vision should be. I don't think Bronson Reed, as well as he's doing, should be in the vision. I don't understand his role in it. He's just a bodyguard or a hit guard to me, which I don't think they need. So Logan Paul joined the vision. I don't mind.
Mhm.
It's the way they done it. They were
Mhm.
kicking his ass earlier 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
Why has he now just gone, oh, you took me out earlier, you gave me a tsunami, which is one of the most devastating moves in WWE at the moment. She crushed Seth Rollins' ribs.
Yeah.
Ruled Roman Reigns out for whatever holiday he went on.
Yeah.
Why is it he's been hit with a tsunami, but now he's joined them? Like, where
Mhm.
look, they have how many weeks to tell us, but
They'll probably tell us next week.
it just don't make sense to me. It don't make sense how you go from what bit A to B. It just don't make sense to me. Like, what have you done? What has Punk done in 2 hours to warrant being hit with the brass knucks now?
Probably their history. I know I'm kind of throwing like reasons, but Punk and Logan Paul's history with Logan Paul eliminating him in the Rumble and probably not liking Logan
Yeah.
Paul and all
Oh,
this other
and the
stuff
chamber match. Sorry, yeah, I forgot about that
in the
actually.
chamber
Yes.
match as well. So and
Yeah.
Logan Paul's a heel. Logan Paul is a terrible person, so of course they're going to go with that as well.
Well, he was a babyface for 2 hours.
Mm. That's just how I was like. I just had a feeling it wasn't going to last long anyway. I think it was just a thing where he was just there, but then my first feeling was like, you're going to punch him with the brass knuckles, and
Yeah.
it
You
happened. What
you
happened?
knew it was coming.
Yeah, you know how it happened. Logan Paul's a babyface. 2K, not even a 2K storyline can save that. No, that cannot happen, bro. But yeah, that was Monday Night Raw. I thought Raw was this was I think Raw WWE Raw this year is the more consistent show in terms of furthering
Yeah.
storylines. SmackDown, yeesh, like I don't even think I have the capabilities or the passion to even review a SmackDown. NXT is very up and down where it can be very unpredictable. One week you could be having some madness, and next week you have former AEW wrestlers debuting, and then one week you could be
Yeah.
having crazy NXT title matches, and then TNA invasions, which works in its
Yeah.
favor. Um,
And now AAA wrestlers are coming into it as well.
that as well too. That as well too. But yeah, this was a good show for Raw. I think next week is going to be very stacked, especially with how the show is stacked overall with all the matches, the title matches, and of course the beginning of the Cena Time Is Now tournament. It'll be
Yeah.
interesting to see what they'll do with that as well. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything we've covered ahead of Saturday Night Main Event, ahead of Monday Night Raw. I don't have the passion to review a SmackDown, honestly. If maybe in the next video we could talk about SmackDown and see like the best things of it. It's just like
Yeah. We'll do a quick whiz through a SmackDown. We'll say who Cody faced and who McIntyre cried about, and that's it really.
yeah, that as well. And Ilya Dragunov defended
Oh,
the US
the
title.
US title match, yeah.
Yeah, the US title matches. Those they're doing great wonders for that show.
Yeah.
But
Who
yeah,
I believe this week is Tamatonga, I think.
that should be cool. Samsung's good, but that should be a cool match. That should be a good match. I think
Yeah.
Dragunov's winning, or
Yeah.
they get involved and cause a DQ. So I think that's what potentially is going to happen. But yeah, just another good episode overall. Just going over Saturday Night Main Event, Monday Night Raw. But yeah, guys, let us know what you thought of Saturday Night Main Event. What you thought of Monday Night
Yeah.
Raw. What is the road heading for Survivor Series War Games? Also, we will, as time goes on, we'll mention about other companies as well as AEW is kind of pushing towards
Yeah.
full gear. Also some other
Yeah.
things, and maybe talk about certain things ahead of, let's say, things outside of North America, like the build towards Wrestle Kingdom, as it is the Wrestle Kingdom where they're going to retire the great Hiroshi Tanahashi will be ending his career. There's also been some confirmed matches ahead of the Wrestle Kingdom as well, so that should be cool to get into. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, let us know what you guys think. I've been Aridin,
Yes. Have been Billy.
and yeah, see you guys later. Take care.